The Practice Journal by Evana Music is full of features that music students can use to get more out of their practice time. In this video, we'll take a look at each of those features and where to find them in your journal. The Practice Journal has three main types of pages: homework pages, practice day pages, and week summary pages. Let's start by looking at a homework page. Homework pages have three sections: the display, practice time goal, and the space section. The display section can be used to write important notes, tasks, or events that a teacher would like to highlight for a student or parent. This may include a special announcement, such as an upcoming recital date. The practice time goal is where teachers can write their recommendation for an amount of practice time based on the student's assignments for the upcoming week. We'll take a look at how having this information handy can be helpful to students when we look at a practice day page. The space section is where teachers can write homework assignments and other notes that a student can use as a reference during their practice time. Let's move on to the practice day page. Practice day pages have 7 sections that students can use during their practice time. These sections include start time of practice, practice time goal, today's goals, notes, summary, amount of time practiced, and sticker. Start time of practice is where students can write in when they begin to practice. When they end their practice session, they can use that information as a reference for when they're writing down the amount of time practiced at the bottom of the page. The practice time goal is the minimum amount of practice time that a student is aiming to reach. The student can refer back to the practice time goal that the teacher suggested on their homework page to set up their practice time goal on this page. Today's goals is where students can write specific goals to aim for during their practice time. As students achieve those goals, they can check them off in the checkbox section. This presents a great opportunity for teachers to talk with their students before their practice week about how they can set goals that can result in more effective practice time. The notes section is a place where students can take notes during or after their practice time. They can use this space to write ideas, questions, or other things to bring up during their next lesson. The summary section can be used to write a brief summary of how the session went overall. Students can also refer back to this section when setting their practice goals for the next day, and it can give the teacher a brief look into how the student's practice time went as well. The sticker feature at the top right corner of the page can be a special way for students to be rewarded after practicing. It can be especially exciting for those students who love stickers. Now, let's take a look at the week summary page. The week summary page shows an overview of how a student's entire practice week went. Here, you'll find 4 sections that the student can refer back to as they progress through their journal. Looking back at this section over time can be a way to see the trends in a student's overall practice habits and progress. At the top of the page is the homework status. This is a place to record how far along a student is with their assignments. At the end of their practice week, the teacher can circle in progress or complete and use the progress bar to check off how much progress they've made. Next is the number of days practiced section. Here, the number of days that the student practiced can be circled. Highlights is a fun section to write some of the achievements that have been made during a student's practice week. This section can feature the victories that students had as they worked through their assignments. To conclude, let's look at the space section. The space section can be used to write notes about how the practice week went overall and helpful information for the upcoming week. Some things that may be written in this section are notes about practice techniques that the student may find helpful, and even specific tips about what they can improve on during the next week. The Practice Journal by Evana Music is full of features designed to help students reach their goals. Learning how to play an instrument is a journey, and we hope that this journal will help you along the way.